Hello, everyone. In today's reading, we pulled the Seven of Swords. And honestly, this is not just a random card. It's speaking to a deeper shift happening in someone's awareness. The energy here is all about realization, uncovering truths, and facing consequences for choices that were made, often without full transparency. What this card tells me is that this person, likely a masculine energy in this situation, is beginning to see clearly that they've been surrounded by karmic energy. They've been engaging with people who were not honest, people who may have manipulated them, hidden truths, or even lied about you, divine feminine. The trickiness of the Seven of Swords often involves deception, not only by others, but sometimes self-deception as well. That's right. They may have been lying to themselves, avoiding acknowledgement of their true feelings, hiding behind pride, ego, or fear. This energy often points to someone who initially ran from the connection, someone who wore a mask, perhaps out of fear of vulnerability, or because they weren't ready to fully step into emotional honesty. They avoided facing the depth of their feelings, dismissing or rationalizing what was in front of them. But here's the shift. They can't keep running. They can't keep pretending that everything is okay. The universe is making sure the truth rises to the surface, and this masculine energy is starting to feel the weight of reality pressing in. They're beginning to notice certain people in their life for what they truly are: karmic influences, distractions, or even saboteurs. This is someone approaching a breaking point, thinking, I can't stay friends with this person. I can't continue this relationship. I can't keep allowing dishonesty to shape my life. For many of these masculines, this is a harsh awakening. They are confronting truths they may have avoided for a long time. Some may realize that a karmic partner has betrayed them repeatedly, or that this partner has spoken lies about you, divine feminine, specifically. For example, they may have heard statements like, she's seeing someone else, she doesn't love you, she would never choose you. And now, the veil of deception is lifting. They see clearly that these claims were false, intended to mislead, manipulate, or create distance. At the same time, there's an internal reckoning happening. They're not just seeing the lies externally, they're feeling the emotional cost. They're recognizing that by listening to the wrong voices, they've allowed themselves to lose something sacred, their true connection with you. There's a sense of mourning here, a deep understanding that the bond they dismissed or took for granted was authentic, and it has been lost temporarily because of deception. The lesson of the Seven of Swords goes deeper than just uncovering lies. It's about accountability and clarity. This energy is being forced to look inward, confront their mistakes, and examine how ego, fear, or outside influences have steered them away from truth. There is a powerful opportunity here for growth. They are learning to distinguish between karmic distractions and soul-aligned connections. They are learning the importance of honesty, integrity, and authentic communication, not just with you, divine feminine, but with themselves. For the divine feminine reading this, it's important to acknowledge your own energy and boundaries. This card also signals that the universe is protecting you. The awareness coming to them now is aligned with your path. The awakening is not just theirs, but also a reflection of the divine timing and lessons you're both navigating. This is not about forcing reconciliation, it's about truth emerging, which may naturally lead to realignment, clearer choices, and healthier boundaries. With the Five of Cups energy coming through, he's deeply entrenched in a heavy emotional space. It's a weighty, reflective, and almost painful awareness of loss and regret. There's a profound sense of mourning, not just for what's been lost externally, but for the version of himself he feels he could have been in the past. He regrets believing the lies that clouded his judgment. He regrets distancing himself from a connection that was authentic, real, and heart-centered. He regrets letting go of someone who genuinely loved him, someone who had his back unconditionally. And the sting of this regret is not fleeting. It lingers, gnaws at him, and forces him into introspection. What's hitting him hardest is the clarity about your energy. You were always authentic. You were never manipulative, deceptive, or hidden behind a mask. Your intentions were pure, your love unwavering, and your devotion grounded in truth. With you, he never had to pretend. He didn't have to play a role or hide parts of himself to meet someone else's expectations. In your presence, he could exist fully, vulnerably, and honestly. And that is a rare gift in a world full of facades. Around him, the karmic people thrive on illusions. They don't want him to be fully aligned with his truth. They prefer the man he pretends to be over the man he truly is. They encourage masks, false smiles, and superficial satisfaction. They want him to appear content in situations that drain him emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. The moment he begins to embrace his authenticity, they feel threatened because their power depends on his compromise. They hope he continues living in the illusion, allowing them to maintain their own. But he's done with the pretense. He feels it in his core, the drain of inauthenticity, the toxicity of dishonesty, the suffocating weight of manipulation. He sees the landscape clearly now. The masks have fallen, and the hidden agendas are exposed. He is fully awake to the dynamics around him. There's no longer room for ignorance or denial. The truth is evident, and it demands action. In this space, he also experiences the loneliness and isolation reflected by the Five of Pentacles. He feels misunderstood, unseen, and unappreciated. It's as if no one around him truly grasps the depth of his soul, the intricacies of his mind, or the sincerity of his intentions. Yet, you have always understood him. From the very beginning, you've seen the essence of who he truly is, beyond the masks, beyond the games, beyond the surface-level interactions. Your recognition of his authentic self has always been a safe harbor in the storm. But even with this clarity, the tension and chaos around him, embodied by the Five of Wands, remain exhausting. He's surrounded by drama, competition, petty conflicts, and constant pushback. Every attempt he makes to rise, to assert his truth, to move forward spiritually or emotionally, is met with resistance. It's like a relentless game of whack-a-mole. The moment he stands tall in his authenticity, forces around him slam him down, demanding he revert to the illusion. Every small victory feels temporary because the pressures of external expectations are relentless, suffocating, and draining. Despite this, he's at a turning point. The exhaustion has reached its peak, and the inner urge to break free is intensifying. The divine pull toward self-alignment, clarity, and liberation grows stronger daily. It's an almost palpable force, compelling him to release toxic attachments, leave behind the deceptive and the superficial, and step into his true power. The inner conflict between staying in the illusion for comfort versus embracing truth at the cost of discomfort is reaching its tipping point. The beautiful thing is, his awakening isn't just about leaving behind what's harmful, it's about reclaiming what's real. It's about stepping into a space where he can exist authentically, where love is sincere, and where connections are rooted in truth rather than manipulation. He is starting to see that the pain, the regret, and the struggle were never about punishment. They were catalysts, lessons urging him toward this very clarity. And as he moves forward, the pull toward you, the one who has always mirrored his truth, becomes undeniable. You are the embodiment of authenticity, and that is the energy he is gravitating toward because it resonates with the very core of who he is becoming. With the Knight of Cups energy flowing strongly, all their thoughts are consumed by you. Every moment, every reflection, every whisper of their heart seems to return to your essence. They're not just thinking about you superficially, they're contemplating the purity of your intentions, the depth of your heart, and the unwavering authenticity of your love. You've shown a love that's real, steady, and consistent. You've given without expectation, without pretense, and always with their highest good in mind. You've never been competitive, never played games, never tried to prove anything. That's not in your nature. You've allowed life to unfold naturally, trusting the divine timing of relationships and connections. If they wandered toward karmic entanglements or distractions, you didn't push, you didn't resist, you simply knew the truth of your own heart and trusted that eventually the illusions would fade and reality would reveal itself. And now, that truth has indeed become clear to them. This clarity has sparked a deep longing within them. They want you. They want the real, the authentic, the unwavering love that only you can provide. They are drawn to you, not just by desire, but by recognition. They finally see the rare treasure that has always been there. The Nine of Cups amplifies this understanding. They are awakening to the realization that what they once believed would bring them fulfillment no longer holds any weight. Regret now bubbles to the surface. They feel remorse for allowing something so profound to slip through their hands. That ultimate wish, their truest form of happiness, is you, the divine feminine who embodies patience, love, and genuine connection. Now, the pressing question emerges. What will they do with this newfound awareness? How will they act? This feels like a preparation phase, a quiet but powerful building of intention. Their heart and mind are aligning, and they're starting to plan the steps they need to take to move toward what truly matters, the connection they cannot ignore. Enter the Eight of Cups. This is decisive. They are walking away from what no longer serves them, leaving behind deception, illusions, and any false narratives that have kept them from authenticity. If they've been hiding behind masks or entangled in karmic loops, those facades are dropping. If they've been tethered to relationships or situations that don't honor their soul, they are finally choosing to release them. This isn't just a casual retreat. It's a conscious, empowered decision to reclaim their truth. They're rejecting anything or anyone that seeks to control, silence, or limit them. The energy here is one of liberation. They are choosing themselves, their growth, and their alignment with what is real and genuine. And in choosing this, they are inevitably moving towards you, drawn by the resonance of true love and authenticity that only you can offer. The Ace of Swords. There's been a major awakening. They've realized they were listening to lies, gossip, manipulation, maybe even slander. But now there's clarity, a breakthrough. Their awareness has shifted in a powerful way. They understand what they truly need. And more importantly, they know who they want. Now, let's look at what energy is coming in next for both the masculine and the feminine. What will they be sharing in the near future? The Six of Cups. This is beautiful energy. It's reunion, reconciliation, apologies, making things right, coming back together, and opening your hearts again. It's emotional closeness, softness, vulnerability. It's pure love, genuine and heartfelt. And this is what they've realized. It's you. You are their happiness. You are home to them. The Six of Cups energy is what's coming in soon. They're coming back. They're coming home. To you, divine feminine. I can't believe I almost lost my best friend. Because that's what this connection feels like. Best friends. Your masculine doesn't just feel passion for you. They feel safe with you. You calm their inner child. You bring light, joy, growth, and stability into their life. For many of you, I see moving in together, building a peaceful and loving home. There may even be flowers, a heartfelt apology, or a sweet gesture to make things right. Love is returning, softer, wiser, and more real than ever. All right, take it slow, stay centered, and I'll catch you in the next reading.